guys, today's video is going to be about improving your mental diet. I feel like I haven't filmed in a few days. It's definitely been a few days. I'm actually used to filming literally every single day. Like, there are periods where for almost the entire month, every single day I'll film. So it's a bit weird to have taken a couple days off. And I don't know if you guys noticed, because I did do a meditation yesterday. I've had shorts coming out a lot. But yeah, I needed a bit of time and I was really hectic and busy, but I'm back to filming as normal. I hope I stay motivated to film every day, even if it's not manifestation content only. But I am back now, so to you guys it's probably really normal, but I'm just giving this little intro because for me it's been, at least 3 or 4 days since I've sat down in front of a camera, and today's going to be all about mental diets. So it's going to be about improving your mental diet, a few tips and tricks to stay on track, a few extra points that I maybe haven't touched on before, and things I've also mentioned to my clients personally as well, when I find that they are kind of struggling or spiraling, being hot and cold with their own mental diet. These are the sorts of things I would suggest. So please do thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy my manifestation content. If you'd like more videos on mental diets as well, then please do so. It would mean a lot to me. I'm almost at 3,500 subscribers, which is amazing. Such amazing consistent growth, which is partially to me manifesting it, but also thanks to you guys actually taking the action, supporting me. Really, really appreciate it. So please do keep doing so. And I also offer coaching. I will put up some images on the screen now so I don't ramble on and on, because I have tons of new offers and things going on, so I don't want to waste 5 minutes per video talking about it. I offer unlimited coaching, somewhere here on the screen. I'll offer a set of 3 guides and then my standard coaching offers. So if you'd like to get in touch, that is in my description box in my Instagram, LOA Coaching. All the information is there. In the highlights, you will find all my coaching information, how to get in touch with me, how to pay, all the information you'd need. So please do take a look if you would like to coach with me, and let's get started. First point when it comes to mental diet, and this is something I do stress for my clients as well, it's about you just need to put in the effort. So you need the self-discipline and you need the focus. You need to be able to tell yourself and decide that it's important enough for you to learn this new habit of being on a strict mental diet, right? It's kind of the same as a physical dietary diet where, for the food, it's the same application to your mind. You have to be strict, self-disciplined, focused, determined. Like, you have to actually want this. You have to be motivated to get your manifestation, to practice and be the most best conscious manifester that you can be for yourself. So if you don't have that, then yes, you're really going to struggle and it's going to be even harder and less enjoyable. But if you can find the self-discipline and decide and understand for yourself that this is how you're going to get what you want, this is how you retrain your mind and prevent all those annoying, nasty thoughts that keep coming in. This is how you prevent them. So focus as well on your desire, the end result. This is one of the main methods of how you get there quickly with as few hurdles as possible, right? So you need the self-discipline, you need to be able to focus and just kind of teach yourself and train yourself every day, day in, day out. Do your mental diet, stay on top of it. One simple step that I would recommend is maybe you can, if you forget about it, because I know it's not natural, it's not something we do as humans. We don't start thinking, we don't have doubts and start thinking negatively and then immediately say, no, wait a minute, why am I worrying? My life's perfect. It's not natural as humans. We're used to complaining or worrying or stressing. Our egos are here to protect us, keep us alive and everything. So yes, your mind is naturally going to want to protect you with using fear or doubt, right? It's a natural part of the human brain, but you want to teach yourself this new habit. So one thing you can do is physically, literally remind yourself. You can do it as your phone background. You can write out an inspiring quote about a mental diet, or like I said, just write out a sticky note. If you work from home, if you have your own room, whatever the case may be, just write it out and put it on your desk or stick it to the wall if you can, and just write on it, do your mental diet. It can be that simple. It can be anything to remind yourself. If maybe you live with people and you don't want people to see or something, you can just write MD, whatever. What does that even mean, MD? No, it doesn't mean anything weird, I don't think. So yeah, you can just use the acronym MD if you just, you want to write it somewhere but you don't want people asking questions. That's a good way to remind yourself. However you want to do it, it will literally remind you, like when you sometimes are memorizing for an exam. I did this practice where oh my gosh, it's kind of ridiculous. I feel a bit bad for my parents, but when I was at home and at school, I would write out sticky notes, and on the toilet door, we had like a guest toilet, and on the door I stuck sticky notes for history, and it was all about Nazis and Hitler, so that was not a fun thing to look at first thing in the morning. My poor parents were looking at that as well when they went to use the toilet. But yeah, that is still a good way to memorize and kind of have it saturating your mind. So now in a positive way, completely opposite to what I was doing back then, but it's the same practice. You write it out on a sticky note, stick it to your wall, a door, put it as your phone background, whatever you want to do. Write it out to remind yourself, oh, okay, I need to remember to do my mental diet. And once it's kind of in the back of your mind, you're more likely to be able to do it and remember it. It will come to your mind like, wait a minute, okay, I'm spiraling right now, mental diet, I've got to do my mental diet. So it should help, and it's a good practice to at least test out. So look at it as and treat it as a hobby and a practice that you're just doing throughout your day. Kind of like going to the gym. If you are determined and your goal is to go to the gym every single day, it's the same thing with your mental diet all throughout your day. Think about it as a practice, you know. Maybe you're like, I want to get more fit, so I'm going to take the stairs instead of the lift, or I'm going to, you know, walk instead of driving somewhere. It's the same with your mental diet. Treat it as something, a positive practice you're implementing into your day. And just remind yourself, you know what, I'm gonna today challenge myself or try and stay motivated to be on my mental diet every single hour of the day. I'm gonna be aware of the thoughts. As soon as a negative thought comes up, I'm flipping it. I'm on my mental diet, so treat it as a hobby or a practice for you to implement every single day. And think of it in comparison, like use the analogy of something else that you've added into your, you do throughout your day, another similar positive practice, and implement it and treat it in the exact same way. The point is to educate yourself on a mental diet, gain the most knowledge that you can, understand why you're doing it, what it comprises of. I have videos on the topic. I also recommend Sammy Ingram and of course Neville Goddard. You can always read up on his work. There are videos about him. His lectures are uploaded to YouTube, so you can definitely educate yourself in a pretty easy to digest way. You know, the content is pretty easy to digest. My videos are very simplified. Sammy explains things really well. So there's tons of different, not just us, but there's loads of different resources online. In book form, you know, you can read books about it. There's so many ways to really understand a mental diet and learn how you should be implementing it, all the kind of niche, small factors that feed into it that maybe you wouldn't think of, and different ways that it impacts your mind. Just really getting to understand it and understand your own mind better. So that's another way to improve your mental diet, understanding why you're doing a mental diet as well. So one of my final few points is about writing down the repetitive fears and doubts and negative thoughts that are coming up. There'll usually be a pattern or a theme that comes up. So, you know, you'll start to notice where it is that your negative beliefs are based in, what's causing them, what's causing you to spiral or react. You know, what is making you so reactive? Is it when you see something on social media? Is it your SP sending you a certain text message? Is it your parents talking to you in a certain way? Something may trigger you in some way. That was the word I was looking for. You have to find your trigger. So looking at what the theme is, if there's a pattern to the negative thoughts, you can then recognize what it is, what it stems from. Are they all basically the same thing? And then you can work with that to create an affirmation during your mental diet. So anytime something along those lines comes up, you immediately say, no, SP is in love with me. I have the dream job. I am beautiful. You know, whatever it is, you have your exact wording that you know is counteracting those exact themes and fears, if that makes sense. My final point is recommending that you guys start by getting really, really specific when you're first doing a mental diet, when you're first getting serious about it, because like I said, you want to find those specific fears and doubts and underlying issues. You want to get really specific so that you can target them exactly and really specifically. So you're literally finding those trigger points, the specific key phrase, the word, the theme, the emotion that is linked, doubts and fears that keep coming up in your mind. So let's say it's about SP not texting you back, literally responding to your messages. Then you know exactly to say, I always get a response from SP, you know, from John, from Mary, from Todd, from Tina, whatever. I always get a response from SP. I always get replies from people. I'm always the number one first choice prioritized person in everyone's life. Instead of just saying SP loves me, which is really generic, and yes, it's a really positive affirmation, but it's very generic. You're not targeting the issue that's coming up as part of your mental diet. So at the beginning, at the very least, I recommend you guys get super specific and target that doubt specifically. So flip it into a positive opposite. You can do it more general. You can just use one of your affirmations. I've done this in the past and it definitely works and helps. But my personal recommendation is that when you're first starting out, to really target that negative thought and just flip it on its head. You know, even if it's not your specific affirmation, I recommend doing that first, so it kind of starts to retrain your mind and helps you let go of the focus of that one specific thought. So hopefully that all makes sense and these tips were useful. Definitely a few things that I haven't mentioned before to you guys. So please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed, if you'd like to see more content like this, and I'll see you next time.